Hi everyone, welcome back to D's Happy Eats. Today I'm making something that I've never made before. Somebody requested to my wife to request of me to make a Mexican dish. So I looked up the #1 Mexican dish in Mexico, which is kind of a redundant thing to look up, but either way, I came up with enchiladas. So I looked up a bunch of different recipes and whatnot, because I've never made enchiladas before. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had enchiladas before. So I'm not going to be able to tell you if these are authentic or not. But I could never find two recipes that were really close together. They all had a different way of doing it. Some used a pre-made enchilada sauce. So I got a can for taste reference. I want to try and make my own sauce, or my own rendition of a sauce, I should say. Because according to Wikipedia, we have enchilada is a corn tortilla filled with pretty much any type of filling, topped with a chili pepper sauce. And the key ingredients to the chili pepper sauce is chili powder, cumin, and garlic powder. And a lot of them that I did look up had oregano in it, so I'm going to go ahead and throw oregano in. Some used tomato, diced tomatoes or something as a base. So I figure I'll grab some tomato sauce and might make things easier. And this is more of a test than anything. But I'm really hope that comes out good, and if it does, then this is going to be an absolutely wonderful video to watch. I will post pass or fail as in the title, so if it fails you don't have to watch it and watch me totally screw up. And if it passes, you can watch it and recreate my concoction, if you will. We are going to be doing two different types. We're going to do chicken, pinto bean, and onion. And we're also going to do beef, pinto bean, and onion for the filling. I'll show you how I'm going to do the filling. And I'll show you how I do the sauce. I will do the sauce first, because I'm kind of interested in how it's going to come out, because I have an idea of how it's going to taste. I think it's going to taste good, but I have not tasted this yet, so I'm not sure how it's supposed to taste. But fresh is generally better, given I am using canned sauce. But that's okay. Let's get to it. Tried the enchilada sauce in the can. So not a fan. I'm going to make a sauce that's going to taste good. So, yeah. Officially, it's not like canned enchilada sauce. It's got a dry flavor with a very large wetness to it. A lot of the recipes I found, they start with like a roux, oil, and flour. But they're also using diced tomatoes, so I'm going to use tomato sauce. If I need to thicken it, I have tomato paste in the pantry. So we're going to see what happens with this rendition. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but I will document, because that's what we do, is we document. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use garlic powder. I was thinking about using fresher garlic, but I need enough to kind of cut just a teaspoon. Seems like quite a bit, actually. Now, I did notice that cumin seems to be like the primary flavor. So, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cumin in. So, probably going to be a slightly longer video than I normally do. Cakey here. Okay. Better ways to go about this. There's always better ways to go about this. One. I'm going to go with half of one. We'll see how it turns out. If it needs more, I can put more in. It's 1.5. Now I'm going to put the thing on top. And then chili powder is the other big one. So I'm going to go ahead and put, it's supposed to be chili pepper sauce, right? 1, go ahead and put 2 in, and let's see what happens. If it doesn't work out quite right, I have another can of tomato sauce. And the oregano leaves that was in like every single one of the things. I'll make sure to put that in there. Take some out. Alright, I'm going to heat this through, and now I'll tell you what it tastes like. So the homemade enchilada sauce is so much better. I had to have the wife come over and taste both of them because I was kind of confused. The flavors are almost identical of what I just did, except for this one has a mild tomato background. The other one has like nothing, and the other one's like just water with the seasonings in it, which is, you know, I guess that's enchilada sauce. But this has a better. The other one from the can is bitter, kind of dry, even though it's really wet and thin. This is thick. It's got kind of a mild sweetness in the back, but it has the same flavor. If you understand what I mean. I'm just saying, you have got to try this. If you like enchilada sauce, you got to try this. This is definitely a different experience with the same flavor. I'm very happy with this. I'm actually extremely excited for our dinner tonight because we're having enchiladas for dinner tonight. Alright, next part is actually making the enchiladas. We are not using corn tortillas because nobody in this household likes corn tortillas. We are going to use flour tortillas, and you know, it's your own little rendition. You can always use corn tortillas if you would like, but we're going to go ahead and use flour. So I'm going to go ahead and get this meat cooking. Now that the sauce is done, we're on to the meat, and we're going diced. I have about 2 pounds of diced chicken here, about 1.5 pounds of diced steak here. You won't need a whole lot. You always need more chicken than you will ever need of steak, just because chicken's got a more mellow flavor, and steak has a more robust flavor. We're going to season them both the exact same. We're going to put a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, and just a pinch of salt in each one while it's in the pan. And I think I'm going to sprinkle a little parsley on them too. Y'all know how much I love the parsley. Okay, I'm going to do the chicken first. Now to move over to the pan. A little bit of salt, garlic, pepper, and parsley. We'll just cook this through, and then it'll be ready for topping off. Actually, after it's done cooking, I'm going to go ahead and throw a can of pinto beans in there, and we'll see what happens. Alright, open the can of pinto beans. There's a lot of juice in there, so I strained out most of it. Now I'm just going to throw them in there. Chicken's all cooked up, mostly anyways. There's going to be a lot of juice still coming out of the chicken as it cooks. And, yeah. Alright, right after you put those in, go ahead and put in half of a diced onion. It is a yellow onion that I am using today. Honestly, you don't really need a whole half of one. But I'm going to put a whole half of one in it anyways. Because onion. It smells good. It smells very Mexican-y in my house right now.
The New York State Fair is going.
You just heat that through. Alright, now we're on to the steak. It's finely diced. Purchased it that way. Just because it makes life easier. Can't have happy eats without an easy meal, right? Well, yes. I mean, where would the fun in that be? So it is not ground beef, it is finely diced steak. So you're going to add just a tiny bit of salt, just like we did with the other one. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of garlic. And a tad bit of parsley. I got parsley fingers. So that's when you wash your hands constantly. Everything sticks to them. Alright, then you just basically brown it through. And you're going to want to strain the pinto beans very well for the steak. The chicken's a little bit different. Steak, I mean, I'm going to be draining the pinto beans as well as I possibly can. Throwing that in. And we're also going to be adding cheese in with the mixture after the onion goes in. And I gotta say, this smells good. Just want to eat it like it is. You could use this on tacos too. And that would be a lot better than ground beef. I mean, it's going to be a little on the chewier side. But, I mean, the flavor would definitely be explosive, I think. With the steak, you really don't want to overcook it. So when it gets to about this point, I mean, you're going to have a lot of liquid in the pan because that's just the way the steak is. It's not grease, it's just moisture from it. It's mostly brown. There's a couple little pink pieces, but that'll be cooked through by the time it's done. If I were to cook it all the way through, it would end up getting dry. So we're going to go ahead and put our relatively dry pinto beans in. And our onion. So you just want to heat it through at this point. That's going to make a good filling if I don't get it all over the floor first. Alright, so since we're baking this, I'm not going to toast these, but I mean that would be preference. You could always heat them up in the microwave if you wanted. But at this point, I put, you can see the cheese over in the background. This is going to be what's I'm going to use for going in, and that's going to be what's going to go on top. I might use a little bit of that for going in if I run out of this. It was 1 pound of cheese. I shredded up. It's Monterey and Kobe Jack. And I'm just going to take one of these things. Put a bit of the chicken mixture in there. I mean, depending on how many you want to eat to get full, I mean, that's how much stuff you're going to want to put in there. And you're just going to roll it up. Set it up. If I remember to put the cheese in. No, kiddo. It's for dinner.
Oh.
Yeah?
Don't use my fingers.
So we're just going to do that.
Oh. Mom, I want to do this.
Don't want to do it like that, or don't want to do it like this? I'll probably fit more if I do it like that.
I want to do this with my fingers.
Okay, we're going to do it like that. And let's continue on here. She's trying to steal the cheese.
You open your daddy.
She's trying to steal the
A
cheese.
piece of cheese.
She is stealing the
Are you a
cheese.
little mouse?
Hey, you could always put more cheese on if you want. But you know. You know. And that's really all there is to it. Just put some stuff on, put some cheese on, roll it up, put it in there. We'll see it once they're all made up. Alright, so we're going to put a very light sprinkling of cheese on here. Then we're going to put our sauce on. This was actually up to number 12. And there was just like enough, there's enough in here for like 1 or maybe 2 more if you use it sparingly. And we're going to go ahead and put the sauce on. You're going to want to put it in an oven preheated at 350 for about 10-ish minutes. You're going to put some more cheese on top of this. And basically once that's melted, you know it's ready. Because with the chicken, it's fully cooked. With the beef, actually that ended up getting fully cooked with the, when I put the onions and stuff in, it finished cooking. So if you like a lot of sauce, you know, there's definitely plenty of sauce in 1 can of tomato sauce stuff for both, but I ended up making a double batch of sauce, so if we want more at the end, we can have more. Then we're just going to take, oh, that's not the cheese I have set aside for that. Take this cheese, and just kind of put it on a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect.
but it smells amazing, and I know it's going to taste amazing. But we're, of course, going to do the tried and true child taste test and see what happens. And I don't mean eating the children. I mean they are going to try the food. And, yeah, either way. Alright, now on to the beef ones. Alright, now with the beef, it's pretty much the exact same process. Take a spoonful, put it in there. You take a little bit of cheese. The cheese is really just to kind of hold it together. As with the chicken one, of course. And we're just going to do the same thing that we did with the last ones. And we're just going to do it up. Just like this. With our mixture. Now you can do this with just like bean and cheese. If you don't like meat or what may have you. I mean, there's so many different ways. If I don't forget to put my cheese in there. That you can make this. I mean, according to what I've read, there's a couple dozen different recipes, at least, as far as different types of fillings. And, you know, you can use tofu even. You know, seasoned tofu or whatever, if that's what you like. But, I mean, I'm a meat eater. I like meat. I'm going to eat meat. But I don't mind catering to people's specific tastes. It's actually why I'm making beef and chicken. Because certain people in the household don't like beef, and then other people don't like chicken. So, in this case, everybody gets what they like. And I like both, so it's perfect for me. And we just wrap this up again. Shut that up there. Then we just continue on until it's all done. Really doesn't take too long, so you'll see it after it's done. Alright, so here's the steak ones. I managed to get 15 in this pan. And I still have a little bit of that left over, too. Like I said, steak and chicken, you always need more chicken than you would steak. And these are actually pretty full. And this is going to be good. Alright, now I can just put a little bit of cheese up on here.
You know.
Just to... Just a little tiny bit of cheese. I probably put more cheese than I should have. It's okay. Because now we're going to layer this with sauce. So excited. I'm getting shaky. Getting shaky. Psychotic meltdown while cooking.
Oh, you should have heard my video last night.
Zoop.
I think I lost my mic.
And dogs. Yes, we know you're over there, doggies. I kind of want a little bit more sauce. It's a good thing that I made 2 batches of the sauce.
You almost done?
Sauce, 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 sauce. More sauce. More sauce. More sauce. Okay. Then we're just gonna throw some cheese up on the top here. Then we're gonna throw it in the oven that's already been preheated to 350 degrees. Now that's some hotness right there. For about, I want to say 10 minutes. I ran out of cheese. Shouldn't run out of cheese ever. But that was 1 pound of cheese, and honestly, if I was better at what I was doing, which I'm not, I could have made that work better. Or I would have gotten another 8 ounces of cheese. That would have worked too. Either way, let's throw this in the oven. It is of the ready. There is the chicken. And that was noisy. There's the steak. Alrighty, let me plate this food up and get the kids trying it. Squeak, 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 squeak. Alrighty, give me a moment. Alright, here we go. I got it plated. We got a steak and we got a chicken. Let's see how the kids are doing. They've already got theirs. Sophia, what do you think about Daddy's homemade enchiladas? Are they good? Are you spitting out?
Onions.
She don't like the onions. What about you?
Yummy and delicious.
Take a bite. Take a bite. What's your favorite part? The sauce,
Yummy.
the chicken, or the enchilada?
The sauce and the chicken and the enchilada.
Good job. Very good job.
I did the pen.
Very good.
How's it taste?
Good.
Like, any like mouth feels or anything? Okay, I'm just gonna consider that as good because she keeps eating and she won't answer. Alright, so my battery's about to die on this camera, so I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm gonna give these a try, and I will let you know what I think about it.
You love it? You love it?
It is good. It's very good, I think.
That sauce makes it.
I told you.
This is really good.
It's good. It's so good. I love it so much.
So this is a pass on my first attempt at enchiladas. I think I win. I win the internet today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share me with your friends. And y'all keep eating happy. Just trying to figure out a use for this enchilada sauce. And I think I found the perfect use. Yeah, it's good use. Now I can throw that in the recyclables.
How much was the enchilada sauce?
It was like $1.50 or something like that. Maybe $2, I don't remember. Either way, it's about the only thing that it's good for. Pouring down the drain. Alrighty!